What if one of America's most dangerous fault systems is now carrying more tectonic stress than at any point in the last 1,000 years? A new scientific study is raising serious questions about the future of Southern California. Researchers say the famous San Andreas Fault and its neighboring San Jacinto Fault system have reached some of the highest stress levels ever recorded in modern geological history. While scientists are not predicting an earthquake tomorrow, they say the region is now in what they call a critically loaded state. And that has many people wondering, could Southern California be moving closer to a major seismic event? The main story. The research, led by earth scientists from the University of Hawaii at Manoa and published in the Journal of Geophysical Research, Solid Earth, analyzed centuries of tectonic stress buildup across Southern California. Their findings suggest that stress has been accumulating for more than 160 years since the last major rupture along parts of the fault system. One location attracting particular attention is Cajon Pass, a critical junction where the San Andreas and San Jacinto fault systems meet. Scientists describe this area as a potential earthquake gate. In simple terms, it could either stop a rupture from spreading, or allow multiple fault segments to connect into one massive earthquake event. If that happened, the consequences could be far greater than a typical earthquake because several fault systems could rupture together, affecting millions of residents across Los Angeles, Riverside, San Bernardino, and the Coachella Valley. What would actually happen? One of the biggest misconceptions is that California could somehow break off and fall into the ocean. That's not how the San Andreas Fault works. The fault is a strike-slip boundary, meaning the Pacific Plate and North American Plate slide horizontally past one another. During a major earthquake, the ground can suddenly shift by several feet, or even tens of feet, but the land doesn't split apart. Instead, the real danger comes from violent shaking, collapsing infrastructure, landslides, and surface rupture that can tear directly across roads, pipelines, rail lines, and buildings. Strong shaking during a major event could last well over a minute in some locations, causing widespread damage. Public reaction. News of the study has sparked intense discussion online. Many residents are expressing concern about earthquake preparedness, while others are revisiting emergency plans and disaster supply kits. Some Californians say the findings are a reminder that living near active fault lines means understanding the risks and staying prepared. Others point out that scientists have long warned that large earthquakes are an unavoidable part of California's geological future. The emotional reality. Perhaps the most unsettling part of the study is not that an earthquake is guaranteed tomorrow. It's that the Earth can remain under enormous stress for years, or even decades, before releasing that energy. The fault system may appear quiet on the surface, but deep underground, powerful forces continue to build. For millions of people living across Southern California, that reality serves as both a warning and a reminder: preparation matters. Conclusion. Scientists emphasize that this research is not a prediction of an imminent earthquake. However, it does suggest that Southern California's fault network is carrying extraordinary levels of stress unlike anything seen in centuries. Whether that stress is released next year or decades from now remains unknown. But one thing is clear: the San Andreas Fault remains one of the most closely watched geological systems on Earth, and researchers will be monitoring every sign of what happens next.